Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we have an update from the last video. We are going to be talking about Liver King. He uploaded a video and the title of it is Liver King Confession I Lied, in where he pretty much goes over everything and all of the, well, not actually all of the lies, but he does admit to steroid use. And so, you know, quite a big deal. Video came out on YouTube, required him to be honest and share his thoughts. So let's get into it. You know, actually, before we get into it, let me get into character a little bit. I'll be right back. I am in my primal state now. Let's go over this video. I'm ready. I'm ready, brothers.
Primals, I'm making this video to
Also, the audio on this is not my fault. I just want to make that clear.
apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media...
Complicated topic. Again, this was all your doing. I think that's very, very important to make very, very clear. You did this, and this was your choice completely.
I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure.
So this, I'm sorry, but I don't buy that much, because again, if you watch the original video from Derek, he states that his goal was to get 1 million followers in under a year. So to say that you weren't expecting this exposure, but also the entire point of doing the steroids and all of this stuff was to gain 1 million followers. How are you able to make those two statements at the same time?
In the public eye, it's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well,
It's not that hard, to be honest. It's tricky when you start lying, because when you start lying, you have to start remembering all of the lies. That's why it's hard. But if you're not lying, it's pretty easy.
well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80...
Respectfully, fuck that. Okay? Nah. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? This is subprimal, as Liver King would say. Are you kidding me, dude? Take responsibility without having some sob story about depression and about suicide. That stuff is true, but you don't need to become a millionaire to solve that, you know? You don't need to lie about taking steroids to solve that. You can help people without helping your bank account at the same time. Come on.
8,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form.
And through all of that, I decided to make multiple supplement companies and to make money by doing this. Interesting. What's it really about? This is, dog, one of the worst, if not the worst apologies I've ever seen. Yeah, you came clean about using steroids, but like you had no choice. It was at the point where you had no choice. So can we really say, oh, good job for doing this? I don't think so. I don't think so.
This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
And you also made tons and tons of videos yourself making fun of the fact that people would even think that you're on steroids. You went on podcasts and were like, I can't believe someone would say this about me. Well, it just makes me happy. And you made it seem like you were so above that. And you're like, oh my.
That was a lie.
Obviously.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
So he claims here that he's been working out for 36 years without PEDs, right? And then, but later in the video, he talks about how he has tried all of these different ones. So it was like, when did you start? Have you only been doing it for 1 year? And that's the only time you've experimented with PEDs this entire time? Again, it doesn't matter, because his whole basis of what he was saying in all of his videos and all of his stuff was about his the ancestral tenets, and those will be the things that make you, turn you into your highest self or whatever. Meanwhile, this past year when everything was growing, he was taking obscene amounts of steroids. What a lot of people are saying, $15,000 worth a month of steroids. Like, how this is, I'm telling you, people, you can brainwash yourself into believing anything that you start saying.
Convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole. I have only myself to blame. I did that, and it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly, because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician.
This is just so funny, because everything he talks about is like, don't drink out of plastic bottles. Only use glassware. Only, like, all of these things that, like, everyone literally eating raw liver and stuff. But then also, how convenient is it that one of the tenets is now going to be, talk to your doctor about possibly taking steroids? Like,
in 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went.
Sounds like those ancestral tenets weren't working out for you, huh, boss?
To get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life. And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
So a lot of people are calling BS on this, right? So he's basically saying all he did was use stuff to get to a normal range. Again, I don't know much about this stuff, so I'm not an expert on it. But a lot of people are like, it's like he's admitting a little bit, but there's still some stuff that he's not, right? So it's like admitting a little bit, but not admitting everything. Again, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know enough about this stuff, but that's what a lot of people are saying.
Yes, this is true. I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone a week. And no, I don't take any other steroids like nandrolone or winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
So again, when, right? Because you said you were natural for 36 years. You've been working out for 36 years. So was it in this past year, or have you not been natural for 36 years? Again, that was like something I noticed. I was like, interesting.
Yes, It's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking nandrolone and Winstrol. My lipids got
So it's not doing anything, but also it's messing up your blood chemistry. Clearly it's doing something then, right?
all deranged. My liver enzymes went sky high, which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must.
What's frustrating about this too is because he talks about, oh, kids are depressed, blah, blah, blah. You don't think that there are tons of people that get depressed when they see people that are on steroids and they think to themselves, why don't I look like this? They're saying that they're not on steroids. They're saying that they're natural. I'm working out really hard. I'm barely eating. I'm eating freaking raw goat balls because the Liver King told me to, and I don't look anything like him. You don't think that makes people feel worse about themselves? You don't think that that makes people feel like crap? Like, come on, man.
Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure.
There's just no shot I believe this. No shot I believe this. I'm sure that he had, his companies were doing fine before, but to say that this viral rise to fame didn't help anything is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. The only people that I could see believing this are people that have no idea about social media and how it works. There is 0% chance I believe this. Like, I really, 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 really don't believe this at all. Like, I was watching, Greg Doucette made a video and he talked about how he even said, like, he has a supplement company and he knows for a fact that the growth of his channel was tied to the growth of those companies. I don't have a supplement company myself, but like I would assume the larger your channel is, the better it does. The more, the more articles you're having written about you, the better sales are, right? Like, I don't think that that's any sort of secret.
Growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure. Nope, I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore. I made all of that up. It was all intended to be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral 10 and 10. Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimate.
It's so funny. They're all, everything has an excuse. No, that's actually ancestral tenet 11. I haven't talked about that one yet, but I'll get into it, okay? It's just like, who's going to believe you? You've lost all credibility. Why would someone believe you?
Why did I, or why do I do them? When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me.
Clearly, dude. Clearly. I don't think that anyone is surprised by this.
I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell. I previously have said in a weird way, I'm grateful for the recent events that have shed light on this complicated as fuck topic.
It's really not that complicated. Again, you're making it complicated because you have to convince yourself that you didn't just do a really shitty thing. So you have had to make it complicated. But in reality, it's not complicated. You lied. It's really that simple. You lied. Why? To make money. Simple. You have made it complicated because you have to jump through hoops to make yourself no one wants to feel like they're a bad person, right? No one wants to feel like they are a terrible person. And so we will make up these rules, we'll jump through these hoops to explain even to ourselves, right? Even if it's subconsciously, why I did this, why this actually made sense.
I knew I needed to take this opportunity to openly discuss everything.
Again, it's like I had to take, no, you had no choice. This is not some moral high ground you're taking, dude. You had no choice. That video that was released on you has I think it's close to 3 million views already. You had no choice.
For me to be a better human. If there are any questions that remain unanswered, send them my way. I fully own that I fucked up. I am as sorry as a man can be. And all I can do is take extreme ownership right now, be better, and lead myself to a better life as a better human.
Again, but everything else in this video has been you explaining why you did what you did. So, like, you're not doing that. You're using men's mental health, which is a serious issue, suicide rates and all of this stuff, as, like, some sort of barrier to protect yourself, to explain why you... Nah, dude. No. Absolutely not. No.
Again, thank you to everyone for the support, the criticism, the love, the hate, and above all else, the loyalty. Liver King.
All right. That's the video. I don't think I have anything else to say. What do you guys think down in the comment section down below? I think that, I don't know. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. Like, it's a joke. All right. Peace out.